What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started today, I gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I got a very special build in store for y'all. Now, I'm going to be calling this one the ultimate catfish build, but it's actually going to come out to an interior thread. Now, getting into the attributes today, we'll be able to reach a 99 plus put towards our driving dunk, steal, defensive rebound with an 85 plus put towards our driving layup, three-pointer, ball handling, interior defense with our block. Now, the animations are really special. We'll unlock pro dribble moves as well as contact dunks with a total of 59 badges. So before we get any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. So the first thing that you want to do today is put this build under the power forward position. Let's leave it under the height of 6'9" with the weight of 211 pounds. Getting into the wingspan, I'm going to go with 7'7", and from here, we're all set to move forward with today's build, and you're really set in store for one of the greatest builds that you can possibly make for Season 3. So the first area that I want to get started with is going to be the physicals. Let's go ahead and put that speed up to a 79. Getting into the actual acceleration, I like this best at a 70. Moving into the strength, I'm going to go with an 81, and then moving into the vertical, I decided to put this to a 75. Now, as for the stamina, I'm going to go with a 93. And as right here, as you can see, this really does set the build up perfectly moving forward. Now, we do get a +4 from doing the Gatorade facility workouts. So we'll have an 83 speed, 74 acceleration, 85 strength, 79 vertical with a 97 stamina. Now, overall, I think this is one of my favorite builds that I've brought to y'all because of how well we can disguise this build to be a catfish. So let's start with the defensive end. Now, the first thing that I'm going to go with is put my interior defense to a 74. Not only do I think this is more than enough this year to compete with any inside interior offensive player, but I think this is going to be perfect for any type of threshold needed for badges. So let's go ahead and put that perimeter up to a 64. As for when it comes to our steal today, I'm going to go with an 85. And then getting into the actual block, let's go with a 78. Now, moving into the actual offensive rebound, I decided to go with a 70. And then as for the defensive, let's move this to a 92. Now, as you can see, the badges that we unlock, silver, box out beast, gold pogo stick, and rebound chaser, we'll also be able to get other badges like anchor, silver chase down artist, and then for that steal, we get silver interceptor, glove, and right stick ripper. Now, for the perimeter defense, I do like ankle braces on bronze, off ball pass with silver workhorse, and then for the interior, anchor with post lockdown. Now, if there's anything that you would change about this area of the floor, let me know in the comments, but I'm telling y'all, once you see the offensive end, you're going to see exactly why I went about this way and built it how I did. So let's go ahead and get started with the finishing. Getting into the close shot, I think it's really going to be best with a 60. Getting into the driving layup, I'm going to go with an 80. And then as for the driving dunk, put this to an 89, and this will allow us to get contact dunks. Now, for the standing dunk, leave it as is, and I think this build is set forward to be pretty solid all around. We get silver fearless finisher, also Hall of Fame Pro Touch, Gold Giant Slayer with silver whistle. We're also going to be able to get a lot of badges for the layup and finishing end. Look, my favorites are going to be Acrobat with Slithery. You get Gold Aerial Wizard, Bunny Pro Touch, Scooper with Float Game, and Giant Slayer. On top of that, you get Spin Cycle and Two Step. Now, for the driving dunk look, we'll also be able to get badges like Silver Posterizer, Precision Dunker. All of these are going to make a huge difference, which is why I think that this is one of the best disguisable catfish builds. So let's move forward into the actual shooting. For that mid-range shot, let's go with a 61. Getting into the actual three-pointer, I'm going to go with a 76. And then as for the free throw, I'm going to go with a 73. Now, as you can see with the badges, we'll be able to get bronze free points. Also bronze blinders, silver catch and shoot. I like Deadeye with Agent 3. Then we get silver claymore and corner specialist. Green machine I think is essential with space creator and spot finder. Now we'll also be able to get other badges like Deadeye and blinders. Overall, Midi Magician and Open Lux are two key badges that I'm looking for as well. And of course, with the badge, free points. Now if you consider adding boosts to this build from buying them, activating your takeover, wearing gear, and the additional boost that we get from playing well throughout each game, and you can even consider the boost that we get from the Gatorade facility workouts. That's going to make a huge difference with this build. Now let's wrap everything up with the playmaking. So once we get into the pass accuracy, let's put this up to a 75. Moving into the ball handle, I'm going to go with an 80. And then as for when it comes to the speed with ball, I like this best at a 72. Now as you can see, we'll be able to get silver, break starter, dimer, post playmaker, and special delivery. You'll also be able to get touch passer and relay passer. I think overall this build sets you up perfectly to take it into any game mode. Now as you can see, for the ball handle, we'll get silver unpluckable, ankle breaker, bronze blow by, handles for days with gold physical handles, which I think is really special. Now we still get the badges like speed booster and killer combos with silver, triple stripe. Now let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Is there anything that you would possibly do to change or make this build even better? Now I really do want to say thank y'all for the support and everybody who made it this far into the build making. But let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made it correctly. Now we should be able to unlock these 3 different comparisons, and as y'all can see, we have created none other than the special one-of-a-kind ultimate catfish build coming out to an interior threat. Now if you add everything up that I previously mentioned with boost, you'll see exactly why I consider this to be the best all-around ultimate catfish build for anybody going into NBA 2K24. Thank y'all for those of you tuning in, and if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.